Hello, third graders. Welcome to lesson 7.1. We are starting unit 7 here today. And unit 7 is about measurement, but not measurement like feet and inches. Remember, we've talked about those things, not like centimeters. We are going to look at how liquids are measured. Okay, this is sometimes called capacity. Okay, the amount of liquid that something, is how we measure those liquids and the units that we use. And we use a measurement of liquid called a liter. And a liter is about, this is actually a little bit smaller than a liter, but it's about this much, right? A little Gatorade here. You are probably more familiar with a 2-liter bottle, right? You can get a 2-liter bottle of soda. Those are all in the grocery stores, and those have 2 liters of water. They're called 2-liter bottles because they have a measurement that holds 2 liters of water. Now, if we take that liter and we divide it into little tiny bits, right? 1,000 of those little tiny bits, we have a milliliter. Okay, there are 1,000 milliliters in a liter. The word milli means 1,000th, right? You might have heard of millimeter, right? That's also a measurement. That's 1,000th of a meter. That's measuring length, though. So we have millimeters now. Milliliters. That can be hard to say. I found this little dropper thing upstairs, and you can see, or maybe you can't, but there are see where it says 1 milliliter, I'll get it right, 2 milliliters. So I now have it pulled so that this amount of liquid, right, just this tiny amount is worth 1. Oh, am I still recording? Oh, good, I am. This tiny little amount of liquid is 1 milliliter. If I took 1,000 of those, then that would fill up my liter bottle. Okay, so these are 2 different ways that we can measure. You also might be familiar with this little cup, right? If you've been sick, you sometimes have to take medicine in here, and you can see the measurements. If you fill it up to here, then it's 5 milliliters. Here is 10 milliliters, and here is 15 milliliters. Now, another thing that we sometimes see with milliliters is a graduated cylinder, which is what I've tried to draw here, and we're going to try to zoom in on that next. Okay, this is a picture of a graduated cylinder. It is what we can use to measure milliliters, right? We're not talking about large amounts, you can't put that in there. Okay, that's more like a liter. But these graduated cylinders can be used to measure milliliters. So what happens, right? We pour some water in here, and then it might fill up some of this. Maybe it fills up to here, right? And we look at the level of the liquid, and then we can look over here and see that it would be 10 milliliters. And you write it like this, milliliters, ML. I know it looks weird, right? A small M and then a big L, but that's how you do it. And then we can pour in some more. All right, look what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna go a little bit past the 20. Now, every graduated cylinder is different. A lot of them count by 2s here. So if we are here at 20, then this next little one would be 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. So if this is right to this first little guy, then this would be 22 milliliters. All right, I'm gonna have you try the next one. Let's go right up to there. How many milliliters does that look like? 30 milliliters, right? Because it's right on the line there. But what if, let's see, I'm gonna go to about right here. So don't say 32 because I'm past this guy, right? A lot of these count by 2, so 2, 4, 6, 8. What do you think I'm at right now? All right, I tried to make it 36. If you said 35 or 34, I understand, and you're in the right zone. Okay, so this is 30, 32, 34, 36. All right, let's do one more here. How about if we went all the way almost to that 50 there? What do you think that would be? I would say 48, right? There's 40, 42, 44, 46, 48. 48 milliliters. Now, let's go see. We can find milliliters all over the place. We're going into my kitchen next. Here we go. We're in my pantry, and I'm going to find some things that are liquids, okay? Solids are measured differently. So that box of Honey Bunches of Oats is not gonna say liters or milliliters because we're talking about liquids. So I do have, try not to drop this because it's a glass bottle, a bottle of apple cider vinegar, okay? And you can see, and I can't point to it because I'm holding the camera and the bottle at the same time. Let me see if I can move down. Right, see right there? See, it says 946 milliliters. That's the measurement. And if you're thinking that's almost a liter, you're right, because a liter is going to would be 1,000 milliliters. Okay, now you also see another measurement that says fluid ounces, and that's another way to measure capacity, to measure liquids, but that's not the one that we're doing today. I found another liquid here, pure vanilla extract. If you like cookies and things like that, you probably have some of this in your house. This is kind of a big bottle of it. Usually the bottles are smaller. This says, see right there? Now it says fluid ounces first, but what we're looking at is the number below it with the MN. This says 236 milliliters. You can find milliliters in your kitchen, in your pantry, anytime you see a bottle that has some liquid in it. So what are you going to work on? You are going to work on HomeLink 7.1, right? So make sure you get the HomeLinks book. On HomeLink 7.1, there's a little note here that you can review. It says to examine labels on items for liquid volume measured in liters or milliliters, just like we were just doing. Record your findings in the table below. So they gave you an example. Flavored water bottle, the one that they measured was 530 milliliters. So for me, I could write apple cider vinegar. What was it? 946 milliliters. Okay. Circle an item that you can use as a benchmark for 1 liter. So which of these that you write down is close to 1,000? Right? That's going to help you. When they say benchmark, they're saying, what can you remember is about 1 liter? And then if you find one also, to circle one that you can use for a benchmark for 500 milliliters. Okay? On the try this, you definitely do need to do the first part, which is to estimate. Like how many milliliters could fit on a dinner plate. And then if you have a tool that you can use to measure milliliters, you can try to do that. I do understand that you might not have anything that you could use to measure, but perhaps you could find an empty bottle and look and see how many milliliters are in that and use that to kind of figure that out. Okay, so make sure you definitely need to do the estimating, but if you don't have something to measure with, that's okay today. All right, we have learned all about liters and milliliters. This is our goal today. If you have any questions, third graders, please reach out and let me know. Good luck.